starting a new book today and I'm very, very excited. So let's start reading. Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome if you're new. I'm Sagarika. Thank you for being here and I hope you guys are doing great. I was in a negative headspace throughout last week. I tried filming but couldn't. All the energy I had, I put that into filming and editing shots and the rest into crying. I feel much better now. I started doing little things this week and today I forced myself to be up early, not early early but still earlier than I've been waking up these last 2 weeks. I had a very slow morning and it definitely worked. Have as many bad days as you need, but in the end it's only you who's gonna make yourself feel better. So yeah. Anyway, so I finished the Hell's Library trilogy finally. I was on a huge reading slump while reading this series. I would read for a day and then nothing for days. And this whole series took me about 2.5 months to finish. I'm just glad that I'm done. And I started Caraval series by Stephanie on Monday, and I've been having a good time so far. But we'll talk about that later, or we'll read later. But first, let me talk about the series. I actually didn't know it was a series when I first bought this book, The Library of the Unwritten. I read the blurb and had to get it. I had a really good time with it and decided to continue with the series. About the story, there's a library in hell where all the unfinished books by their authors reside, and Claire, the librarian, her job is to repair the damaged books and organize them, and also to make sure that none of the book materializes disguises itself into a character and escapes the library. One day, that happens, a character escapes the library in search for his author, and Claire, along with her assistant and a demon, went to retrieve it. But obviously, everything goes wrong. They're attacked by an angel because of a misunderstanding, and the adventure follows. So, this is a fantasy, a young adult fantasy, and usually I would say that the world took a bit to get used to, but not here. The world building was not difficult to understand. I found the concept very unique. The writing is beautiful, although a bit dense. Sometimes I had to go through a para multiple times to fully understand it, but it could just be me zoning out. I do that a lot. I don't think I hated any characters, maybe one or two, although I did find Claire annoying sometimes. I ran out of storage. Anyway, so back to the review. The characters are written well, and so are the character arcs. And my favorite is Walter, by the way. You'll understand when you read. So, the first book, The Library of the Unwritten, it took me on an adventure, and I loved every second of it. The twist and the turns, all very fun and unexpected. I had very high expectations from the other two books after reading this one, but they didn't quite meet them. Maybe third one a little, but not the second one. The Archive of the Forgotten was fine, enjoyable even, but the ending to me felt like it was incomplete. I also felt like that it wasn't written as well as the first and the third book. It also raised many questions, so I guess the incomplete part makes sense. And the third book, it was another adventure on its own and better than The Archive of the Forgotten. This is the one where you'll find basically all the answers, and it wasn't as twisty. It was more of like what follows. Does that make sense? Anyway, so ranking: The Library of the Unwritten, 4 out of 5. The Archive of the Forgotten, 3 out of 5. And The God of Lost Words, 3.4 out of 5. This might not be a 5-star read, but I would definitely recommend it. It's a bit unique and adventurous. And if you love fantasy, definitely go for it. I forgot to mention earlier, but this is not the romantic sort of fantasy, but there is a little bit of romance. Now I'm going to plan for March. It started today. So happy March, everyone. And also, it's this guy's birthday. He turned 5 today. Hey, baby. This is, you don't eat it. Tell them it's a birthday. Anyway, let's do the planning. I'm not a fan of the March cover. I used the wrong shade of green, a bit brighter than I was going for. That's fine. Better luck next time. I had fun though. It was grounding, and I know I needed that. I let myself spiral last week, but this week I tried to be more present and not stay in my head. I wasn't fully successful, but still made a little difference. Anyway, I'm gonna take Coco upstairs, and then we're gonna do some reading. I'm improvising Coco's cake. It's not even a cake, just some paneer in the form of cake. I tried making dog friendly cake in the past, but nothing sits well with his digestion. So this year I'm gonna give him his favorite. Unfortunately, this won't do. So this is it. Coco loved his cake and I'm exhausted. And I realized that I did not talk about the book earlier, so I'm just going to do it now. I'm just going to read it to you from the book. Scarlet Ragna had never left the tiny island where she and her sister Della lived with their powerful and cruel father. Now, Scarlet's father has arranged a marriage for her, and Scarlet thinks and dreams of seeing Caraval, the faraway once a year performance where the audience participates in the show, are over. But this year, Scarlet's long dreamt of invitation finally arrives. With the help of a mysterious sailor, Tella whisks Scarlet away to the show. Only as soon as they arrive, Tella is kidnapped by Caraval's mastermind organizer, Legend. It turns out that this season's Caraval revolves around Tella, and whoever finds her first is the winner. Scarlett has been told that everything that happens during Caraval is only an elaborate performance, but she nevertheless becomes enmeshed in a game of love, heartbreak, and magic with the other players of the game. And whether Caraval is real or not, she must find Della before the 5 nights of the game are over. A dangerous domino effect of consequences is set off, and her sister disappears forever. So far, I'm loving it. I read the Once Upon a Broken Heart series first, but you're supposed to read this one first. I've been trying to not see the spoilers and I've come across many. So I'm just gonna pretend I did not see them. And now I'm gonna unwind. And I think this is it for the vlog. This vlog isn't what I thought it would be. I started this on Monday in the hopes of filming little moments throughout the week of me getting back to myself, but my mood had other plans, I guess. But I'm grateful that whatever this phase was, I'm coming out of it. And this was it. If you watched it till the end, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. And I'll see you soon. Bye.